Hey guys, it's Bree from Califia Candle Company, and as I just sat down to start filming this video, I actually got an Amazon delivery of these desks that I ordered to go behind me in the middle of the room. So I'm going to put those together, or try to put them together, and I'll come back and show you and then get started on the video. Hey guys, so it's actually a few days later. I completely forgot to finish filming the other day, but I did want to come back and show you what the tables look like put together. I love how it turned out. I poured a bunch of candles on here the other day and it was just the perfect little workspace. And Colette loves it too. So yeah, I got this little microwave shelf from Amazon that I know Memory Box Candle Co. has, and she had it linked in one of her videos, so I went ahead and ordered that, and it is literally the perfect size to put your melter up there and then put your scale and your pouring pitcher underneath. So that worked out really well, and yeah, I'm super happy with it. So I've had a couple people ask me to make a video on labeling, and that was actually my plan for my next video that I was gonna make. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a rundown of what I do for my labeling.
Okay, so there are two websites that I use when I'm working on my labels. The first one is canva.com, and this is where I design everything, and then I'm able to download it and upload it into Maestro Label Designer. And this is a program created by onlinelabels.com. When you purchase blank labels from them, you have access to this Maestro Label Designer. And here you are able to click on the label that you're working on and upload your design. So it makes it super easy to print everything out. And as you can see, they have already all the labels that I've purchased from them in the past. So I just click on the one I want to work on, upload my design, and then I can easily print it out. So back to Canva. If you haven't messed around on Canva before, it's a super fun website. There's a ton of different things you can do on there, anything from labels to banners to social media posts, etc. So I highly encourage you to go to canva.com and check it out if you haven't already. And they have two different versions. So they have a free and a pro version. The benefits of the pro version are that you get more access to different fonts and elements that you wouldn't be able to use with the free version. And you can also download your designs with a transparent background. So that was super important for me since I do print everything on craft labels. So I do have the pro version. I believe it's like $12.99 a month or something. Don't quote me on that, but you can totally design your labels with the free version too. You don't need to have the pro. So I'm going to click on create a design, but before I do that, let's double check the size we need. So this is going to be 2.5 by 1.25 labels. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to Canva and go to create a design where we can enter those dimensions. They do give you pre-selected designs that you can choose from, or you can go down to custom size, which is what we're going to do. And when you click on custom size, it automatically puts it as pixels. So you want to click on that and make sure that you have it in inches. And then we're going to type 2.5, forgot the decimal, 2.5 by 1.25. And then create new design. And it will pull up your blank canvas for you to start working on. And honestly, the website is pretty self-explanatory. On the left-hand side, you kind of have your toolbar. So you have templates, elements. Elements are little designs or lines that you can choose from, graphics and different things. You can also upload your own images and media under this Uploads tab. And then text is obviously where you would add your text. They have some pre-designed different fonts that you can customize, or you can just add your own. Styles, they kind of have like pre-designed color palettes that you can choose from. And then logos is an area where you can upload different logos that you're going to be pulling from a lot. So it's just easier to access from the logos tab. I'm going to go ahead and probably just click on this guy to use it. Make it a little bit smaller, figure out where I want to put it. And then as you can see those lines popping up, those are sort of centering tools. So they make it easier to find the center of the page. So I know it's in the center of the page there. And if you want to try and find the middle of the page, both of the lines will show up like so. So that makes it a little bit helpful if you're trying to center your designs. Then I'm going to go to text. They have 3 different options you can choose from. It honestly doesn't really matter because you can change the size once you have it on your page anyway. So I'm going to click add a subheading, and we're going to type in falling leaves. And I'm going to go ahead and make that a little bit bigger and stretch it out so it's all in one line. And then here we can change the font. They honestly have so many different options. It's a little overwhelming. But honestly, that probably took me the longest when I was creating my labels, was picking a font. They also have a search function, so you can search, like they have as an example, calligraphy. So you can search that and it will bring up every font under that category. So it makes it a little bit easier if you know you're looking for a calligraphy type font. And there are obviously a lot to choose from. And I do like that you can pick a font and it will change it on your page, and then you can still have this font bar open. So it makes it really easy to see what it actually looks like on the page, but not lose your spot in the font selection. So let's see about this one. Nope. Let's try this one. Oh, I do like that one actually. I think I've used that before on something. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to add another text box. Move it down a little bit. And I'm going to type in that it is a coconut wax candle, 7.5 ounces and 212 grams. Make sure that that's centered. And I'm going to pull it down a little bit because I think I do want to add an element. So I'm going to search for a leaf since the scent is falling leaves. And I'm trying to find sort of a fall leaf, but I like the line drawings. I don't want it to have color or be full color or anything. So let's try line leaf and see. Okay, so that did bring up line drawings, but not any of them really are fall leaf. Not really what I'm looking for. So let's try just fall leaf. There we go. That is what I had in mind. I'm going to pop that guy in and make it a little bit smaller and position it where I want it. Perfect. So that looks pretty cute. I think there is a little bit of blank space on the side, so of course you can always add stuff over there. So for the sake of this example, I will add text on both sides of the label. So I'm going to add another text box and rotate it so it's at 90 degrees. And then we'll add handmade in San Clemente, California. Oh, if I can spell, that would be helpful. And I'm going to stretch it out. So again, it's all on one line, and then position it in the center of the page. Perfect. And then I'm just going to copy and paste that and add the same thing to the other side, except I'm going to rotate it so that the text is facing in. And we'll make this guy say just the website. Awesome. So that looks pretty good. Then another good thing that I like about Canva is They save everything automatically. So anytime you make a change on your page, it automatically saves it. So you don't have to physically go and click save on anything. Just makes it a lot easier. Now I'm going to go click on download, and it comes up as a PNG, which is what we want. And the size, I honestly am not really sure. I'm not a techie person. I have no idea if this makes a huge difference. I always just click 2.5. I don't know if it makes a difference, but... And then transparent background, that is what I was referring to earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and check that box, and that will make sure that it prints out without the white background that you see right now on the page. And you can see there's a little crown next to it, so that does show that you need the Pro version in order to use that function. So now that that is downloaded, you can go ahead and click on it, and you'll see that there's no white background. It's just the transparent background, so that is exactly what we wanted. Now I'm going to go back to the Maestro label designer, and I'm going to click on that size label that we're working with, 2.5 by 1.25, and we are going to upload our design. You can actually design things in here as well, but I don't really like that as much as I do with Canva, so I just stick to Canva, and then I go over here to images, and that's where I'll upload my design. So click upload new design and click on the one we want. And then once it's there in that bar, we'll go ahead and click on it, and it will pop it on the page. You can click to align it in the center. For some reason it didn't work very well that time though, but usually it puts it in the center. And then if you're only wanting to print one label at a time or a couple labels at a time, you'll want to go over here to this multi-design button. And that's typically what I do. Just in case I want to change anything later on, I don't like to print out pages and pages of the same label. I'll just kind of work as I go. So I'll go ahead and click on the multi-design tab, and you'll see that it shows every single label is going to be printed. Every single one is red, and you can see that the red means design. So we're going to go ahead and click on blank and blank out all but one label, because we only want to print one, like that. And that is perfect. And of course you want to reference your page of labels that you're printing on. If you have already printed some off of that page before, you want to make sure that you're coordinating what labels are available to this page here. And then we'll click on update layout. And as you can see on the left, we just have the one label that's going to be printed. So they give you two options here when you click on print labels. I always just print directly from my browser. I have printed from Adobe Reader before. I honestly don't notice a difference. So it's just easier to print it from your computer. I'm going to click on the printer button, and then I'll click on print using system dialog. And then I'll make sure that it's on black and white. And I will click on print, and I'll come back and let you guys see how it turned out. Perfect, and there it is. So it's that easy. Those came out a little bit small, so I'd probably make that. I'd honestly probably make everything a little bit bigger, but this was just for an example, so it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, there's the whole sheet of labels, and it just printed out that one. But yeah, it's that easy. It's honestly, I think the most difficult part is picking your design and just finalizing how you want the label to look. That takes time for sure, but it's also a fun process as well. So that is it. I hope I was thorough enough. If you guys still have any more questions, just leave them in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer them as always. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Also, before I go, I wanted to show you guys the final result of the basket I was talking about in my last video for the silent auction. So I just finished putting it together,
and super happy with how it turned out. And I hope whoever bids on it is going to love it. Okay, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.